So global Awqaf, what is the current status? The total market value of global Awqaf is worth more than 1 trillion, although there is no precise data available on how much the global Awqaf today are worth. So what is the worth of global Awqaf today? Global means in a worldly sense. If we estimate the cumulative worth of Awqaf in today, so in today's time, so what will be the price of these Awqaf properties? It is estimated to be $1 trillion. $1 trillion. So from amongst the countries which hold massive amount of Waqf properties include Saudi Arabia, Indonesia. Both of these two countries hold almost $60 billion worth of Awqaf. Then India almost $25 billion. These three countries and then other countries hold massive amount of Awqaf. 70 to 80% of total Waqf assets are in the form of real estate. So we know that most of the Awqaf in the early history were exercised in properties, in real estate, in immovable. And then major chunk of global Awqaf are dilapidated and are in disarray. We know that they are not generating enough benefits because of carelessness and because of the encroachment. Some Awqaf need redefining their objectives. This is also one of the key issues why global Awqaf are not being able to play their role as they used to play. And then, as I discussed, that encroachment is also the problem. So modern modes and mechanism of Awqaf. In the early Islamic history, most of the Waqf were created in real estate, in the properties immovable. But now the modern trend is to make Awqaf of cash. So people are donating cash Waqf. And now this is accepted by the International Fiqh Academy, also the AOP, Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions. So they have their Sharia board has accepted cash Waqf and also Waqf of the impermanent Waqf as well. So that is Waqf Muwaqqat. So also temporary Waqf is there. Then corporate Waqf. So corporate Waqf means that some corporations, either they are making Waqf of their share or some corporations are managing the Waqf. So both the two things are covered under corporate Waqf. So these are the modern trends. Waqf of usufructory rights. So someone who is having a property, for example, for property on lease, for example, for 10 years, 20 years, and he wants to make a Waqf of his usufructory right, he can do it. This is also one of the modern application of Waqf. Intellectual property rights. So someone has intellectual property rights. For example, someone has published a book or copyright or something which can be valued, which can be sold, and which can have some benefits. So this is also one of the kinds of modern Waqf. Waqf share. So there are some charity organizations which provide certificates or share on some projects of socio-economic development. So they raise funds and give the share to the donors. And then Waqf of shares, it means from the share market, you purchase some Sharia compliant share and you donate this as a Waqf, and its dividends or the revenues are being spent on the charitable purposes on which the donor has identified. Then Waqf Sukuk and Sukuk of Waqf the same as about share of Waqf. And then mobile Waqf in Malaysian context, we see that you do send some messages on a specific number, and that amount is debited from your credit and it goes to Waqf. And then in Malaysian context, we have seen that, and in Indonesia as well, some Islamic banks are collecting Waqf through some specific accounts. So you go and open your account or your current account, you transfer a specific amount to the Waqf account, and they will manage it, they will invest this, and revenues are generated, and this will be spent on the beneficiaries.
Islamic finance learning made simple and memorable.